Hey, good morning. I am driving down to Norfolk, Virginia for the day for business. So, making a quick video, and it's going to be my up and back trip in one day. I gotta get over here. There's a guy behind me trying to. And one thing I've noticed actually is that I've got no mobile service, and I can't pick up the radio. I've had issues with that the last couple days, and I don't know why. But I don't know if something's wrong with Tesla systems or my car. I hope Tesla systems. So glad I am not heading north into DC. I'm going from DC to Norfolk. That's typical traffic every day, really, over there. Gotta get out of this lane again. People are sneaking up on me. I don't drive fast enough for people on I-95. Okay, I'm getting close to the Glen Allen Supercharger. It's my one stop here on the way to Richmond, between DC and Richmond. I'm going to be stopping here and charging, and then actually going straight down to the Norfolk Supercharger. There's only one supercharger in the Norfolk area, which is strange. They've really got to get some more down there. But they only got one, so I'm going to hit that right away after Glen Allen. We're going to go straight from one to the next.
Turn right.
This happens often when I get here in the morning. There's nobody here. And this is it's a huge supercharger area, you can see. And there's nobody else here but me.
You've arrived. Destination is on your left.
Left and right. This backup camera is great, at least in the X. I've driven the S. It doesn't seem as accurate for some reason in the S, but in the X, it's very accurate. And actually, I'm going to try rebooting my computer while I'm here to see if that cellular data will come back after I reboot it. Well, it rebooted, and unfortunately, still no cellular data. And that's, by the way, this is the best I can get. It's about 90 kilowatts. When you're down low, you charge at the highest rate, and this is the rate of charge to kilowatts. Any vehicle will charge only to a maximum of 90 kilowatts after so many superchargers to protect the battery. It can be up to like 115, I think, when the car is new. But then after you hit a certain threshold, it's down to 90 at best. And this is assuming that the health of the charger is the best it can be. Because all these stations, a lot of times the cables, something comes with the cables and things over time, and they're not always at full health. This one happens to be at full health, and is also number one. You always want to go to number one if you can, because they tend to get priority and more of a higher rate of electricity for some reason. And you should report ones that aren't working well, and I wish that Tesla would tell you which ones were at best health before you drive in, so you can choose that one, because right now nothing in the Tesla systems here will tell you that, and that's kind of an oversight. I think that that's a simple improvement that Tesla can do that would really, make a difference to people who drive long distance like me all the time, because it would speed up, or at least ensure that I don't have to wait and, basically waste time at superchargers because I'm stuck on some lower performing station. All right, just went to the bathroom like I normally do, checking for traffic. Got some Panera bagels like I usually do. The blueberry ones are vegan, by the way. And they're cutting the grass over here, so it's getting kind of loud. I need to get some work done before I leave. I think I got like 10 more minutes from Supercharger, so I have to leave, so I gotta hurry up. All right, time to get out of here now. Let's go. close on its own. There we go. Hey, you all may have noticed I've got the Autopilot Buddy on here, and it's a little lead weight. Basically, it's covered in plastic or something like that, and it basically makes it so I don't have to touch my hand on the wheel. I used to use my water bottle, and I've got a video on this, on how this thing works. If you want to check that out, search the channel. But it's great. I really, really love using it, and I think I will leave it on all the time. Okay, getting on 64. Actually, I'm on 64, but you gotta stay on 64. You gotta. No, I'm not on 64. I'm on 295, going around Richmond. I think they're Beltway, kind of, sort of. And now we're getting on the 64 and heading down to Norfolk. And the Autopilot should be able to take this ramp without any kind of intervention from me. It should.
Exit right to exit 28A, S64 East, Norfolk, Virginia Beach.
Let's slow it down a little bit. Actually, I'm trying to change lanes here, see if it'll let me with auto lane change. Yeah, it will. Awesome. I don't want to get stuck behind that truck because they got to slow down to 45. To avoid tipping over. We don't want that to happen. Actually, you can see Autopilot is slowing me down. I got it set at 65. It's smart enough to realize that I was probably having that set a little too high of a speed. We'll see what happens with this truck. This could get hairy. Depending upon what this truck decides to do. Bump the speed a little bit, try to get beyond this truck if I can. I bumped up to 81. That's a little too high, I think. But still, let's try to outrun the truck and merge smoothly in the traffic. Good.
Continue straight for 1 hour and 12 minutes to exit 281B, State 165, Military Highway.
That went pretty smooth. And I didn't have to touch the wheel either. Alright. Now this is something Autopilot does not know how to deal with. If you can see up ahead, there is an oversized load. And we're in a construction zone, but just oversized loads themselves, it won't move over. It doesn't recognize when something is hanging over in the lane. Especially an oversized load. At least not at this point. You know that it will eventually, but right now it doesn't. Okay, we're rapidly approaching this oversized load here on the highway. We're traveling 76 miles an hour in a 70 zone. And let's see how we do it. This guy might be moving over far enough, but so you got the vehicles. You figure Autopilot would react. They're gonna have to have some programming for this in the near future. But I may not have to do anything here because this guy is off onto the shoulder with this house or whatever. Although no, I'm gonna grab the wheel because I don't want to get that close to him. I don't want to get that. That's just too close. I gotta hang over here, and then I can re-engage. Now that I've passed the wide part, but yet that's it. It will not, because that guy was really too far over. It will not react to anything in the lane like that. Doesn't even react to trash cans. I've got video on that, but not to oversized loads either. Not now anyway. Not with 2018.10.4 that I'm running. We're in a construction zone. I was just down here like a couple weeks ago, and this is a lot different than it was then. We used to be riding over in that section. Now we're on a new part of the road, which is good. Better. Okay, this is kind of hairy. Let's see how we do. It's gonna go to the right, then straighten out, then go back to the left, according to the signs I saw. And like lots of different colored and types of pavements we're going over. I got my hand here just in case I need to intervene because this is looking, whoa, let's slow it down. Let's see how we do. Oh, there's this car right next to me too. See how it's two different types of pavement. Let's see if it can position itself correctly there. Yeah, it did. Position itself correctly. That's good. Handling about as best as it could be handled there. There's a reduced speed limit of 55 in this area. Here's another one. We're moving, shifting directions here on the pavement, and people are braking. And we're going to shift again. So far it's doing all right. Let's see how it, hopefully it'll stay on the road here, not go off the exit. Okay, good, good. This is a difficult part. Like, there's two different types of pavement here. Whoa. I'm going to ignore that one. All right, keep going here. It's going to get, again, the pavement's shifting on here. You'll see it. See how that line between the concrete and asphalt is moving? And Autopilot's staying on task here. It's still got it, which is good. This is not easy, I know. It's hard enough for a human to determine. Look, here it's shifting again. The lines are shifting again. All right, it's doing well. It's still locked on. And this is a really challenging construction area. Look at this pavement mess up here. Yep, doing fine. Oh, we're going at it again. Look at this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Start to move over there. It was filling in that gap like it tends to do on 2018.10.4 that I have. That's a bug in the system, if you ask me. They gotta engineer that out, program it out. All right. Well, I think it's proven itself here. It's doing a great job. Okay, approaching the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel now. I did a video on this where I went through the whole tunnel. Oops, come on, white balance. Where I went through the whole tunnel, and I did a really good job. So search that on my channel. That was recent. Uh-oh. Accident. Is this some work or another accident? See, it might be another accident. Yep.
Watch out,
Whoa.
Vehicle stopped on shoulder ahead.
Okay, here we go into the tunnel. I hope those accents are cleared out by the time I have to leave. I'm just making a quick turnaround. Just having a meeting and quick turnaround today. Can you imagine the amount of exhaust gases in this tunnel if you have to walk on this walkway over here? Oh my gosh. Well, not from my car, of course, but from everybody else's. All right, light at the end of the tunnel. There it is. Okay, getting off here and heading down towards the Supercharger.
Exit right to exit 281.
I don't know what that was about. I turned off the autopilot. I can use autopilot here. think I can. Or accident or traffic stop or what? Okay, here's the Norfolk Supercharger. So as you can see, there's hardly any places to charge here. There are a few, and this is the whole thing in Norfolk, the whole thing. I'm just trying to pick the one with the most shade this time, not necessarily number one. Hopefully this will work. Starting to ramp up. It starts at 0 kilowatts and it slowly ramps up. That ramping up can take forever, by the way, if you're in really cold weather, but today is not cold at all. It's 74 degrees. So yeah, we're right up to about 90 kilowatts right away, and I got a good one. Got a good one again. Thank you. Glad for that. Well, I did find that now that I turn my Wi-Fi on my phone, I got Wi-Fi, but the Tesla system is still not working. Finished up with the supercharger and into downtown Norfolk now for my meeting. Well, I'm all done my meeting, so heading back up 64 and 95 back into the tunnel. Autopilot just suddenly went off here in the tunnel. He says reduced front radar visibility. There, see that? Not sure what's wrong. Alright, I just pulled off the road here and I'm going to power the car off. See if that will reset everything. There, I powered it off. Seat and everything comes back on. Start driving again and we'll find out if everything reset. Okay, this will be working again. That just needs to reset, that's it. Okay, we're just about to Route 95 now. Moving along. No traffic so far, and actually, according to what I've got here, I should be able to make it all the way to Woodbridge, which is great. Just charge up there at Woodbridge and end up with a full battery when I get back, or close to full battery anyway. Good news. As you can see, I'm going against the traffic again, thankfully. Everybody in DC is heading back out of DC since it's about 4 o'clock right now. And I'm just going back in, and thankfully nobody wants to go this way but me and a few other people. But we'll see how crowded the charger is. Oh, look, see that? Whoa! Did you see that? You saw that. I had it on, signaling to make the turn. I'm not gonna do it now. And it went right back. This is something I've reported on, and I locked it in that time. People were like, well, no, you're not holding it down all the way. No, this is an error. On Autopilot 2018.10.4, and I finally caught it. It does that, and it freaks people out. Like if there was somebody trying to merge over into my lane and I was going halfway and then it jerked back in, we'd get in an accident, of course, because the car just automatically goes back. I mean, there's nobody to stop it. Anyway, let me know what you think about that, and hopefully I'll get an update from that in the next version and won't do that anymore. If you look down here, you can see it does save time by taking these high occupancy lanes. See down there? Traffic's at a standstill almost on the regular lanes, and on the high occupancy lanes, it's rolling. Whoa, it did it again! Oh my gosh! Oh, it went, but this time it actually went and made the turn. That was messed up. That was messed up. Man, Tesla's got to do something. I'm telling you, something with the software. It didn't used to do that. It was never this smooth, okay? At 2018.10.4 that I'm at, but it never used to pull back like that. Never. That's crazy. Okay, we've arrived at Woodbridge Supercharger. I always go to 2A here. I'm all the time. 2A is always consistently good. A lot of you are asking, what's this thing on the back of my car? It's a hitch step. It's lighted up, and it has brake lights in it too. We got that afternoon sun around here. You can see it's blazing right on that Tesla pump. Weak gas pump. And we're at the mall here, Potomac Mills Mall, if you've ever been. They got a movie theater here, and the other day it was really crowded. I think it was because of a movie premiere. Okay, we're ramping up. Hopefully we get up to 90 kilowatts soon. Right up there, good. Excellent, that's what I like to see. Get disappointed when I don't see it. Alright, we're just about done. Once it slows down below about 200 miles per hour, I generally call it quits. It just starts to go painfully slow at that point, and I can get to where I need to go without needing any extra electricity anyway. Push the button, turn from green to blue, and you pull it out. And this goes back by itself. Hey, and just in case you guys don't know about electric vehicles, the car does not feel any heavier after you get a full charge. Like I'm almost at a full charge. It doesn't feel any heavier, although it does feel quicker. I'll tell you, a full battery or a fuller battery, whoa, 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 okay. We'll let them go. I got rid of the autopilot so they can go. A full battery or a fuller battery definitely feels quicker. It's like a balloon. How it lets out more air when it's more full and less when it's less full, but still lets out air. That's kind of like how your battery is in an EV. And you know, I didn't have to stay there and charge that long, but I wanted to charge that long because I don't want to end up at my destination with a near empty battery. I want to end up at my destination with a near full battery so I don't have to charge, and then I can leave on a longer trip from that destination without worrying about it. So I basically spent like an extra hour, or I spent an hour here at this charger where I could have been done in probably 15-20 minutes at the most, just to get to my destination. So something to think about if you do a lot of driving long distance and you don't have a plug to plug into when you get to your destination. As I'm sitting here in traffic getting off the exit ramp, deceleration lane, I want to also remind you that you don't have much, if any, regenerative braking when you charge up near the max like I have. The battery won't recharge because it wants to actually go down to below 80%. So it won't allow any regenerative braking, which means that you have to actually press the brake pedal as opposed to just letting off the accelerator like you might normally do in a situation. Well, this is going to be a mess. This could be an accident with all those people backed up on the highway. Alright, that's it. That's the trip. I'm back.